Mamas, are you at a complete and utter loss like I was, trying to learn the best way to teach your child? I, as Milo's mom, am trying to give him the best head start I possibly can in development and education. I'm trying my best to set him up for success, and the way I'm doing that is with reading Head Start. It's the easiest, funnest, best way I can think of to try to teach my toddler, soon to be child, how to read. They have simple movies and games and lessons that you can do, and they come out with new things every single month. Milo has fallen in love with this because he thinks it's a game. It's super fun and it's super easy to be your child's best teacher with Reading Head Start. If you're interested, check the link in the description box below. I also have a banner on the right side of my blog, www.emmadon.com. And it's going to be with 3 M's. I can't wait for you guys to become your child's favorite and best teacher. We all want to set our child up for success. And Reading Head Start is the easiest and most fun way I have found to do that. So go ahead and try Reading Head Start today. So we are doing a double episode today.
We're doing a double episode.
Last week's episode was all about romance.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
Get it.
So, yeah, we are picking things back up because you, lucky you, are going on a girls' trip.
I'm going on a girls' trip next weekend. I'm getting out of Dodge. By the way, welcome back to Mommy Wines Podcast.
Yes. Welcome back. Sorry, guys.
Tara here, as always.
And your other, always, co-host, Emma.
Yeah. So I leave on Friday morning to fly to Oregon, where I'm meeting up with 5 other beautiful women in my life.
Aww.
One of them is my sister.
Aww.
Yes.
If you guys want to get to know her more, definitely go check out the bonus episode.
Got to do it. That's good stuff right there.
She came to visit on Christmas.
She did.
Or for Christmas.
For Christmas. I actually listened to that episode because I try to listen to our episodes, I think more with like a critical ear rather than like an entertainment ear. But that one, I literally laughed my ass off.
I got a lot of crying, laughing emojis sent to my phone.
Yes, re-listening to that one. Yeah, I think I stopped listening with a critical ear and just was entertained by all of it.
It was good.
It was
took
good.
Me a few weeks.
I'm sure it did.
To edit.
There was a lot of unnecessary content in that episode.
Very, very promiscuous, unnecessary,
inappropriate,
saucy,
amazing,
content.
Fabulous content.
That's hilarious. It took me a while.
Yeah, so I fly out at the ass crack of dawn on Friday morning at like 6:40 in the morning.
It's not that bad.
Except for when you back it up to when you have to wake up.
And then you gotta wake up early because you gotta be at the airport
and
an
then
hour.
leave
so that's like
house.
What, 2.5 hours before the flight. So that's bad.
Listen, y'all. Listen,
Linda.
Because being at the Salt Lake Airport for 2 hours ahead of your flight, when your flight's at 6:40 in the morning, is absolutely unnecessary. I will arrive at the airport at approximately 5:50.
Yeah, for being a large international airport, Salt Lake was not the worst one I've ever flown out of.
No, and it's not very big, and it's not that busy. And
who wants to come here?
Yes.
There's a lot of departures.
So I fly out Friday morning, and then I fly home Monday afternoon. So just a quick trip. We're going to drive out to the coast. One of my very best friends.
Send me so many
Oh my
pictures.
gosh, you guys, follow me on Instagram at _nourished.soul. I'll have probably many of the shenanigans captured
via
Instagram and stories and all that goodness. So, so if you feel like you want to get in on it, get in on a virtual girls weekend. Follow me on Instagram, so we'll do that. So then I fly home on Monday afternoon.
Okay.
So I get in at like 2:40 or something like that. So just a Friday to Monday trip, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Some of these girls I haven't seen in months. So I'm really, really excited to get home and love on them and squeeze on them and have a girls' weekend and sleep over and snuggle them and all the good stuff. All the good stuff.
I am so happy for you, but also it's very bittersweet because we have our No Mo Moms
night
out.
I know. I'm missing it. And I love those.
This is the coolest bar in the valley.
So I've been.
Ooh, you have?
I've been.
Did you love it?
It's really, really cool.
So Prohibition is it's in Sandy, right?
It's in Sandy.
Sandy.
Maybe.
I think.
I think so.
But
Sure.
it's like an old-timey Prohibition-style bar.
It is, yeah. So you walk in the main door, and you look like you walk into like this tiny little room. And you're like, wait a second. I thought it was at a bar. But then you can hear the bar, and you're like, where's the bar? And there's a legit, like, secret door.
Oh!
They like, escort you through the secret door, and they take you back to the bar. And not only is it a bar, but they've got food, like pretty decent
Maybe I
food.
should hit up like a Goodwill and see if I can like find something 40 inspired.
Yeah. But they have like burlesque shows and like pole dancing.
Wow.
And they've got all these kind of like risque kind of like events that happen there too. So I don't know if one of those is going to be happening while you girls are there, but I'm going to be really jealous if it is because when I was there, nothing was happening.
Oh.
So, and you girls are going a little bit later, and it's on a Saturday night, right? So it's that Saturday.
Prime time for something exciting to happen.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with the movie with Cher and Christina Aguilera. It's called Burlesque.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, I wanted to be a burlesque dancer, but I have no rhythm.
None.
And
I mean, I'm sure you might. I have none.
I have none. Not an ounce. And I also, I don't have the confidence to rock a boy short bikini on stage.
So I saw this meme on, I don't know, I think it was like Facebook or Instagram or, I don't know, somewhere social.
Where do you see the memes?
On Meme Land.
On Meme Land.
And it was like, what did it say? How do you know if you have a bikini body? And then it says, put bikini on your body. And then it says, there you go.
No.
And I was like, yes. Like, that's what we need. Like, I have a body, ergo, I'm going to put a bikini on it. Ergo, I have a bikini body. Right? Like, I don't need to have...
I do not have a bikini body, but I am loving my body by going to the gym.
Well, and I'm pumped for you. And I live vicariously through you at the gym.
By the way, down 5 pounds.
Fuck yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are. Whatever editing we're taking with that one.
We marked it. They know what they're getting into.
Right? They know. Explicit adult content. Suckers. And
you'll know that if you listen to last week's episode.
Yes, if you're jumping ahead and you didn't listen to last week's episodes, first of all, you're missing out.
Yes.
You are completely missing out.
We're all best friends here. Our listeners.
Yes.
You can email us your stories, your questions at mommywinespodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys. Send us a message on Instagram. But we are just a big, happy, very open.
Yes. Honest.
Legs wide open community over here. Because last week we talked about sliding in between the sheets.
Yeah, we did. It was good stuff, you guys. And you need to go listen.
Yeah.
And you need to let us know what you think. Leave some comments. Drop us a message on Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Please do.
And this week, we are going to be discussing the episode that we have literally been putting off for weeks and weeks and weeks. And that heavy, heart-scrunching topic is mom guilt.
Mom guilt. The mother effing mom guilt.
The real deal.
And I think why we've been putting it off is because, I mean, while it feels good to know that you're not alone, like none of us suffer alone in mom guilt, it is like legit not my favorite thing to talk about.
Oh, no.
Because it
and we've
sucks,
had
right?
co-hosts and special guests that have been way more fun to hang out with and talk about and talk to than
And we talked about sex, y'all.
That was way more fun.
Way more fun than mom guilt.
But it's a real deal thing.
It's a real thing. And we all have it. We all experience it. And I truly, truly, truly feel that we have a really amazing platform that we can talk about this stuff on.
An ever-growing platform.
Yes.
So thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for listening.
Give us some stars on Apple Podcasts or iTunes. Reviews. Tell us what you think.
Yes, please do.
Tell us all the things that are going to make me blush.
Yes. Love it. But I feel like this platform and lending our voices to this platform, I hope that there is a mom out there listening who maybe is like, God, is this normal? Should I feel this way? Should I not feel this way? And to hear just two of us. I mean, it's just two of us. But I feel like we speak for the majority of moms out there when we talk about mom guilt.
Sure,
Nobody's alone in that shit. Like, that is for real, for real. It happens to everybody. And let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think first, let's get into some of the things that we have or have had mom guilt over. Because I think that's just the first step. It's just where it all comes from.
Yep.
And for me, so I've been taking my health a bit more serious lately.
Yeah.
And even though I'm doing it literally so I can take control of my health and take control of my life so I can be a mom, be there to be a mom for my son, I feel guilty when I drop him off 20 minutes early at daycare so I can hit the gym. Or if I have to bring him to a doctor's appointment.
Right.
And he's acting like a fool. Or because of that, I lose my temper.
Right.
And I'm, there's a lot of things going on day to day in anybody's life. But lately, it's just been super stressful. And my fuse has been a little bit shorter. So it's just terrible twos mixed with irritability. I don't have the patience that I thought and hoped would come being a mom. I've never been a patient person.
Right. And by the way, when you birth a human being out of your vagina, you don't get an extra dose of patience.
Well, I thought that's what was going to happen.
That's not a thing.
I've never been
there's
a
not
patient person.
There's not a patience hormone that kicks in.
Why not?
When you birth a human being. It's just not, it's not a thing.
Yeah, I think
it's the latter. I think it's the opposite, actually. Your body's like, oh, you're not going to need that shit anymore.
Yeah,
no more patience.
I literally thought that motherhood would just change me. But I'm the same person. I just have a smaller person, kicking me in the shins.
And also, I'm raising tiny versions of myself.
Oh, God.
And I don't really realize it until some days they say things, and I'm like, where did you hear that? Why would you say that? Oh, that's right, because I say that. Sorry, not sorry to the rest of the world who have to interact with my children, because you're basically getting mini versions of me.
It's such a struggle because I've been going to the gym a lot. I've been eating healthy. I bought a juicer.
I saw that.
Obsessed, even though I didn't realize that fresh pressed juices needed to be fresh. So I squeezed about 10 mason jars of juice. And I threw 5 of them away this morning. But,
because you just couldn't chug them down fast enough.
I couldn't. And honestly, they're not that bad. So anybody who has been wanting to try juicing, even though that it is a fad that died about 15 years ago.
Whatever.
Try it because it's incredible.
I love my juicing fad. It comes in beautiful bottles with amazing labels by vineyards from across the world.
Oh, you're pulling my leg. No, but like
it works well for me.
I don't know. So I've been feeling guilty because I've been enjoying my time at the gym. And it's like I take a little bit of time every single day, well, Monday through Friday.
Right.
Because I'm a single mom and that's when daycare is open. And I know in my head that I deserve that time.
Yes.
And I know for my health and for my well-being and not even just my physical health, but like my mental health.
Yes.
I need to take a little bit of time that's not work, that's not motherhood, that's not grocery shopping or running errands or going to a doctor's appointment. A little bit of time just for me.
Yeah.
But, dude, it fucking mom guilt.
And it, like, I feel like it comes out of nowhere sometimes. Like, I feel like you can be really confident and really comfortable and really secure in making decisions as a mom. And then that shit comes out of nowhere and blindsides you faster than you can blink.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
It's like a stray ball.
It really is. You know, because,
right
like...
in the face.
So, Xavier, for those of you who listen and have listened for a while, know that Xavier does online school. And we recently, in an effort to kind of buckle down on our finances, we had a nanny over the summer. And when I went back to work, because we were feeling a little bit just not really sure what we wanted as far as like childcare and daycares and things like that.
And it's hard when you relocate too.
And let me just back up on that shit for a second. So first of all, the thought of paying a nanny to come to my house and basically raise my children for me while I go to work. Like, let's talk about a massive dose of mom guilt.
And your nanny was not a Mrs. Doubtfire nanny either.
No.
She was a small,
adorable,
tight, fit, like
her boobs were out of this world.
Super hot, giant boobed, 19-year-old looking girl.
And she was like the nicest.
She was not the nanny you hire when you're married.
You know what?
You must really trust Jo.
So much.
She was hot.
I would do her. I mean, again, let's just go back to last week's episode. But seriously, like I sat there one of the first days that she came to the house and I sat in my car and I was just like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I am paying someone else to raise my children.
Yeah.
And it really hit me really hard and it was kind of heavy for me to process. And then I had to back myself out of that a little bit because it's not any different than if Corbin was going to daycare. It's not any different than if he's going to school when he starts kindergarten. You know, I mean, I'm not paying the teachers, but they get paid to basically raise my children throughout the day.
I grew up with nanny, so I feel like I would have been more okay with a nanny. But when I took Milo to daycare and he was like bawling because it was a new place, I was leaving him with strangers. Yes. I cried every single day on my way to work when I worked at that credit union.
Yeah. And this mom guilt shit comes in so many shapes and sizes. Like taking 20 minutes out of your day, an extra 20 minutes out of your day to go work out. Like, where does that come from? Right? We're doing something that helps us.
It doesn't happen every day either. No. It doesn't happen every single time I go to the gym or every single time I'm at the gym. It's like the first day, I was like pumped. I was like, I can't wait. This is going to be me. I can listen to. And, you know, I'm a master multitasker. So I listen to our work recordings. Like we have like weekly trainings or my company also has a podcast where we talk about they talk about like new products, changes. They keep us up to date on like all kinds of things going on within the company and whatever. Right. So like when I'm working out, those are the things that I'm listening to. Motivational speakers like Brendan Burchard.
Yeah. Filling your brain with like
his
good
wellness
stuff.
Course currently. Yeah. And it's like, so I'm not going there wasting time.
Right.
And I'm like, why do I still feel guilty?
Right. It's the craziest thing. And I can probably guarantee you that most dads, I'm going to be super sexist here.
They don't feel it.
Dads don't feel that.
It's not called dad guilt.
No.
It's called mom guilt.
For a reason. So I just recently, over the last 2 weeks or so, have started going back to therapy, which shout out to anybody who does therapy because that shit's hard and it's good. But one of the things that we talked about was, I miss being able to have time to myself.
Yeah.
I miss being able to sit down in front of the television and picking what is going to be on the television.
And maybe even watching the whole episode.
And watching the full episode and not being interrupted and not hearing, Mom, right? I don't want to hear that. I just want and not even a couple hours. I want a day, maybe 2. And when I get that day or 2, when I go to Portland next weekend, I can guarantee you there will be multiple moments throughout that weekend where I'm going to have massive mom guilt about being gone. And
for sure,
I just have to really trust in Joe. I have to trust in my husband and trust in the fact that he also is on a 5-year winning streak of keeping another human alive. So he is capable. He is fully capable of keeping a human alive besides himself, right?
Yeah.
So I have to trust in that. And I think that's one of the things that I have found that I need to do personally is just kind of take a moment, acknowledge that mom guilt, right? Honor it and acknowledge it, because if we weren't good moms, we wouldn't have mom guilt.
And that is so true, too.
So just take a moment, acknowledge it, honor it for showing up, honor it for saying, hey, here's the little voice in your head to remind you about, the people that you care about and the people that you love, and you kind of miss them, and you kind of worry about them. Honor that.
Yeah.
And then shut that bitch down in a heartbeat, because they are completely fine.
Yeah.
You know what? The house is going to be a little bit messier. It's going to smell a little bit worse. Things are not going to be where I want them to be. Joe is probably going to be a little bit more frustrated than normal because he's, it's hard to hold it down on your own. I get that. I acknowledge that.
For sure.
Been there, done it. I get it. He's going to be a little bit more, maybe burnt out when I get home. But it's all going to be taken care of in some way, shape, or form.
Maybe he should have a night out.
Do it. I'll pay for it.
Have him and Mike go play Topgolf.
That would be amazing.
We'll watch a whole episode of
anything.
TV.
Anything.
Grey's Anatomy.
This Is Us. I've got 7 episodes of This Is Us.
Maybe I'll get you drunk enough and you'll watch The Bachelor with me.
Probably not, girl.
Probably not.
I love you so much. I do. I love you so hard, but I'm not watching that shit with you. So, that's kind of how I deal with mom guilt. Just kind of let it come up, honor it, recognize it, but don't wallow in it. Don't dive in and swim around and get all muddy pig about it. Just be okay with it, and then find that space to move past it, right?
Yeah.
Which is always easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Because I am mostly blowing smoke up your ass right now, in the sense that I'm so good at that.
And nobody is so good at it.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Another thing that we actually have in common is that we both co-parent.
Yes.
And I have gotten a lot of questions, a lot of comments, a lot of messages from other moms who are currently co-parenting or going through a co-parenting situation.
Right.
And one of the things that I have probably the most mom guilt over, 100%, this is going to be my number one.
Right.
Is I feel bad. I feel guilty. I feel like I let him down. Him as in Milo.
Right.
Because I picked the wrong person. And obviously, if you're going through a co-parenting situation, you are no longer with that person's father anymore. Right. So you obviously made the wrong decision. You chose somebody who's not good for you, because if they were good for you, you'd still be together. So I just I have so much guilt over the fact of I feel like I did this. I put Milo in that situation.
Oh, girl. That's heavy mom guilt right there.
Hardcore.
Damn.
It's so bad. And Michael, we've discussed him on the podcast before. He's, not an A+ human being.
No.
So it's like every single weekend, I would love, like you mentioned, to relax during the time that I have to myself.
Right.
And I can't because my mind is constantly racking up. And I do this thing to myself where it's like, what if this happened?
Oh, sure.
What if
the what if game.
that happened?
That's a good one.
What is he doing right now? What if he slipped a couple weeks ago and I had to call paramedics to my house because he would not stop jumping in the bathtub? Why a tiny little person was insisting on jumping in the bathtub, I don't know, but I told him to stop and he didn't because he's 2.
Right.
And face planted right in the tub. Cracked his lip open, got himself a bloody nose, and it was a disaster.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's blood for days.
Blood for days.
Yes.
I could not control myself. It was hysteric central. And I'm like, I'm the more prepared parent.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the one who's been there every minute of every stinking day. I'm the one who handles all of these disasters all the time.
Right.
His dad kind of comes in and out, visits him when he feels like it. And then it's like, he's not prepared.
Right.
For something
sure.
like that.
Yeah, he's Disneyland dad.
So it's like, what if? Like, what if something like that happens? And it's the worst.
Yeah. I would say that, you're only, like, a couple weeks into this whole, like...
Not very long.
Weekend, every other weekend shenanigans.
Yeah.
So that is all still, like, really new, really raw, really fresh. That will change. It'll fade, especially the older that Milo gets. That will change just a little bit.
He'll become less reckless.
No.
I think he's going to go in either...
Sure will.
It's going to Y off sometime. He's either going to calm down or he's going to get more and more and more reckless and then want to get a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler or it's something else.
Tattoo on his face. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Anything's possible.
The what if game starts happening right now.
But it will change and it will ebb and it will flow. He'll get older. The fears will be different.
Do you have co-parenting mom guilt?
Absolutely. 100%. And honestly, like, one of my biggest, like, co-parenting mom guilt struggles that I had was when Xavier's dad started dating somebody new. He dated a lot of new people when we were married. So when he started dating, who is now his wife, his new wife, when they started dating, of course I was extremely skeptical. I didn't know how long that was going to last. And it kind of started, I noticed she was like sticking around and, really kind of started to pick up some of the co-parenting duties. Like she would pick Xavier up from our house or she would drop him off. And, that hit me really, really hard. And, for a couple of reasons. One, like I was not prepared. Have you seen, what's it called? Stepmom with, Susan Sarandon and Julia Roberts.
Oh yeah. It's like a 90s movie, right? Yeah.
And there was a
become best friends at the end.
I don't know if they became like best
friends. One of them had cancer and died.
But yes, so Susan Sarandon's character was ill. But it was like the older mom, she'd done all the raising, she'd done all the hard stuff. And then the Julia Roberts character came in as the stepmom and like the whole like dynamic of that. And I remember there was one day where Xavier's stepmom had come to pick him up and she was always super respectful and so nice and so sweet and obviously cared about Xavier, wanted to look out for his best interest. And I just was angry, like mom guilt, pissed off, raging bitch, angry. I was like, who are you in all of your 20-something years gonna walk in here and start parenting?
She's young, huh?
She's young, yeah. But to walk in here and start parenting my kid.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? And I carried that. Like, I had this super, like, big, like, mama bear moment. And had, like, and then, of course, I'm, like, felt guilty about it. Because I was like, who am I to, like, judge her?
Right.
I don't know who she is. I don't know. I mean, maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't actually care about Xavier. Maybe she's just in this for whatever reason she's in it for. I don't know if she thought she was getting out of my ex-husband, but who knows? Maybe. So, so I had a lot of mom guilt around kind of relinquishing some of the parenting to someone I didn't know. B was like half my age. C, I don't know. I don't know if there's a C, but I'm sure there's a whole alphabet of like reasons that I was like angry and upset and like mom guilt around like this person.
I do not think that I could handle that situation. Mike has brought it up to me a couple times about how Michael might be feeling about it. And, you know, I had never thought about it until Mike kind of brought it up to me one time.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how I would even feel about it. How I would handle it or deal, like, oh my gosh. I could not even imagine. I also have been getting mom guilt. I don't foresee this happening, but like, Milo loves Mike. Milo wants to grow up and be just like him. He wants to do, he loves all the things that he does. He does, like, he just follows him around. Like, it's very adorable. But what if something were to, like, happen, or what if we were to break up, or, oh my God.
That's like future mom guilt.
Yeah. Like, I have mom guilt over something that's not
right
even
now
happening.
Mom guilt. That's like future mom guilt.
It might not be too far in the future if you
after last week's episode. But I feel like, I mean, that's just like how we're wired as women, though, right? I feel like
every situation, we just overanalyze it.
Oh my God, we get caught up in the what ifs. We get caught up in the overanalyzing. We get caught up in like the bullshit about the stuff that even probably shouldn't even be bullshit. Like, we create these scenarios and these situations in our mind and we blow them out of proportion. And whether it's now, whether it's in the future, whether it's in the past, the I should haves, I could haves, like, what in the world is happening in our brains?
Oh, when I was pregnant, I moved out here. I was about 7 months pregnant with Milo, and his dad decided that he wanted to be in his life.
Yeah.
And asked me.
So this is when you moved to Elko, right?
Begged me to move to Elko. And I did. And I have hardcore mom guilt about it because I just think everything happens for a reason. You know, obviously I met Mike in Elko. But like, you know, things, you know, like I met Mike in Elko and, you know, we now live here. But I just think like I regret not staying home every single day.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's definitely some mom guilt around us moving here. You know, I took Xavier away from, you know, a level of normalcy, a level of consistency that he had when we lived in Oregon. Now it's, you know, 3 months on, 3 months off.
Yeah.
We don't have our nanny anymore. We did our whole budget thing and we got rid of our nanny. And so now Corbin goes to full-time daycare and Xavier stays home. And he's home alone.
Aww.
4 days a week. And
I'll go hang out with him, take him to lunch.
Oh my God, he'd be pumped.
Oh my gosh, maybe we should go to like, you know what I've been dying to do? And Milo is still too small, but Xavier is not. So I'm going to kidnap your kid.
Do it.
I want to go to one of those like trampoline sky zone places.
Oh my God, he would love that. He would absolutely love that.
Throw a dodgeball at him.
Yeah, do it. Do it. You know, so I have some major mom guilt about that.
Since our recent episode with Zaya Active founder and CEO Erin Bradley, I have gotten so many questions about people who are wanting to join my team as a Zaya Active rep. If you are curious about Zaya, have questions about their quality, have never tried any of their products before, so you're a total Zaya newbie, then I suggest hosting a party. If you want to host an online party, feel free to send me an email at zaya.emadon@gmail.com or send me a message on Instagram. You can also follow my Zaya Active Instagram along with my entire fitness journey at zaya.emadon. Hosting an online party is super fun and it's super easy. All you have to do is invite your friends and I do the rest. And it also gives you the chance to win prizes, play games, get fitness inspiration, and do fitness challenges. But you can also earn host rewards. And these rewards can be used towards half or even free activewear. So the more friends you invite, the higher the sales of the party, the more rewards you earn. So if you're interested in trying Zaya for yourself, then just shoot me a message or a DM on Instagram and we can go ahead and get you booked. Zaya Active is also available in Puerto Rico, the US, of course, and Canada. So no matter where you are, we can book you for a party and you can join as a rep.
You know, it's hard. It's hard. This mommying game is hard. And it's
a real deal.
It's really hard to, I want to be there. I want to be home with him. I want to be the one, helping him with his schoolwork and having the fight over homework and, doing all that. And he is trying to figure out and learning how to like navigate that all on his own, and then I put his dumb 5 foot, 4.5, 130-pound, 12-year-old ass on a plane. And then I don't see him for 3 months. And that's hard too.
It's so hard. I cannot even imagine.
And yet then I'm here raising his brother who gets to be with us every single day, talking about another big ass ugly dose of mom guilt.
Yeah.
Right? It's none of this shit is for the faint of heart. And it all comes with such uncharted territory. And I think our ability to get caught up in the hard stuff and wallow in our own shit.
Yeah.
And to not be able to see past that and the fact that like, I'm teaching Xavier time management skills. I'm teaching him self-motivation skills. I'm teaching him, hey, you know what? There are not other people in this house to pick up after you today. Pick your shit up.
Yeah.
Well,
there's not a book. There's not a right or wrong way.
No.
So I think just the whole abyss of motherhood, like the options are just unlimited, Like I feel not everybody, but people who are probably listening to this episode, the moms who are struggling with mom guilt are probably the ones who care a lot.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think you could have mom guilt. Like I take Milo to daycare. I do my job, whatever it is that day, whether it be like running appointments or coming back to the house and, setting appointments or checking emails or whatever I have to do in my day to day. And then it's like sometimes if I get done early or if I have extra time, I'll be like, yes, I'm going to go pick him up early. I missed him so much today. I'm going to go pick him up early. And I think I sent you a text.
You did.
This week.
Yes.
And I was like, I miss my freaking kid so bad. I went and picked him up early, and now he's acting like the biggest asshole.
Yep. What did I do? Should have left him there.
Should have left him at daycare.
Right?
Because I could have had an hour of peace. But then it's like, oh, well, if I had an hour of peace where I was done with my work early and I didn't go pick him up, then
you wallow in that.
I would have had mom guilt.
Right? It's literally never ending. It's never ending. And I also want to, because I'm 100% certain that there are stepmamas listen to this too. Right? Like
Probably.
Not birthed your own children mamas listening to this.
And I don't have the analytics of...
Man,
birthed mothers and
but I know for a fact.
unbirthing mothers.
I know for a fact that some of my mama friends who are stepmamas and some of the most amazing stepmamas are listening to this. And I can't even imagine what stepmama guilt feels like.
Whoa.
Right? Like, let's just wallow around in that mud pit for a hot second.
And anybody who has a toddler, one of the things that has been driving me nuts lately is he just is so nasty to me, but he's so nice to Mike. And Mike is like, well, yeah, because you're his mom. Like, I used to be a shining little angel when I would be visiting my grandparents or over at my aunt and my uncle's house or whatever. And then I'd get home and I'd be a terrorist to my parents because they're my parents. But it's like...
And I heard somebody talk about that recently where they said the reason why they are assholes to us and terrorists when they're around us is we are their safe space.
And they can
they know that they can let that guard down.
Yeah.
Like, especially, after school, right? They know they have to go to school and they have to mind the manners. They have to mind their rules. They have to be on their good behavior. Like, and could you imagine? I mean, I know I get home from work some days when I've had to be on my best behavior, which, trust me, is exhausting. When I have to, put on, 3 extra filters because I'm dealing with, C-level execs during the day, I come home and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Right? There's F-bombs falling out of my mouth. I'm irritated. I'm frustrated because I haven't been able to let that out throughout the day. But I can come home to my safe place and do that.
Oh, yeah. I get compliments all the time about how cute and funny and well-behaved and sweet Milo is at daycare. And then we're walking out the door and he bites me.
Right. So what I've learned is you have to take that as then I'm winning as a mom. If my kid knows the difference between the behavior that's acceptable at home versus behavior that's acceptable out in public amongst the normal people.
The normal people.
Right?
See, this goes 2 ways for me because I either, one, get frustrated and lose my temper because it boggles my mind because I love him so much.
Of course.
Why does he punch me and kick me and cry at me all the time and scream at me and bite me and throw toys at me and hit me in the head with tablets and break my phone and all of the things that he does? And then I'm like, and then I lose my temper because I get so frustrated and I'm like, why the hell would you do that? That's the dumbest thing you could do. Why would you do that?
Right.
And then I have mom guilt on the other side. So say I don't lose my temper and I'm just trying to ignore it because oftentimes you read in all the things they're
whatever.
Attention is attention, whether it's good or bad. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I doing wrong that my kid is acting like this? And then I have to constantly be reminded, thank you, Mike. I know you don't listen. Whatever. But, it's I have to constantly be reminded that he's 2 years old.
He's 2.
And he's going to be terrible.
And he's figuring it all out.
He has all these emotions.
Every day that he wakes up is literally a new day for him. He's going to learn something new. He's going to see something new. He's going to interact with somebody new. The days that we have, we've done that shit before.
Yeah.
Right? I wake up every day. I have my coffee. I go to work. Deal with the people. I talk to my people. I do the things. There's nothing new that I see or learn or experience on a daily basis. And when they're that tiny, literally every day is brand new for them, right? Everything that they're doing is brand new. And so I think for me, I just try to remind myself, this is all new for them. They're learning, they're growing, their brain is adapting. But don't get me wrong. Damn, there's days that they are just on my last damn nerve.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no amount of patience or talking myself out of it or honoring whatever the hell it is I'm feeling or whining that damn bottle that's going to bring me some kind of levity so I don't lose my shit on those kids.
One thing, while we're on the topic of patience, I was reading an article from a fellow mom blogger.
Yeah.
And we had a little chat about my history with mom blogging. But she has a pie chart Velcro felt situation. And it's called a patience chart. And anytime that her kid pushes her to the limit, he has to go up and he has to remove a piece of her patience, and she only has so much patience in a day. And he goes up and he takes it and he puts it in like a little pocket. So once that patience is all gone, he's used it all up, then he knows that it's like bedtime. Shit's getting real.
So what you can't see right now is my face.
What do you think of that?
I think that is...
Do you want to have a patience chart?
Sure shit don't.
What? You don't think it's going to work?
Nope.
She swears by it, but she's also a mom blogger, so you never know.
She probably has all the time in the world. She probably crafted that shit. I would have to either A, buy it, or pay someone to make it for me.
I'll leave a comment that it's a purchasable product.
Awesome.
Maybe she'll make millions.
Maybe she will.
Off of a patience chart.
But here's the thing. I just had to bribe my kid with purchased goods from Walmart to sleep in his own damn bed. So
You'd rather just give him $1 and tell him to go away?
His shits to give about my patience pie is 0. That kid doesn't give 2 shits about my patience pie. He doesn't care. He's like, where's my toy? I'm gonna sleep in your bed.
Just sleep in your bed.
He doesn't care. You met him?
Oh, God, I know.
He's kind of the worst. But the best. He's also the cutest, by the way. He's so cute.
He is so cute. Like, when he's being cute,
I
he's
love...
like, super cute.
Let me just put a disclaimer out for anybody
cute,
who's listening to me for the first time today. I love the shit out of my kids. I love my boys. I love them more than anyone should rightfully love their children.
We both do.
But damn.
Mom life is not for the faint of heart.
Sure isn't.
It's like a real deal thing. And it's so crazy because it's like, I have all of this time to worry about if I'm being the best mom I can be, or the perfect mom, or the best mom, or
did I do it right?
Did I do it right? Or I have all this time to worry about that, but I also have to clean my house. I cook all of the meals.
Right.
I work just like anybody else.
Right. I wash all the things.
I wash all the things. Obviously, I do laundry because every time you come over, there's always on my bed. And I make my bed like
and it's
every
always
day.
Clean. I know your bed's always made, but there's always laundry on top. Which makes me wonder, do you pick up the laundry to make the bed and then put the laundry back on the bed? I'm not judging you. I love you. I really do.
So that I am not the most disciplined person.
Good.
And one of the ways that I am trying to correct that is every month in the year 2019, I am going to create a new habit.
Okay.
And I'm doing that through self-discipline.
Okay.
So, did I always make my bed? No.
Right.
But it's a task, it's a small task, it's a doable task that I can get into the habit of doing through the art of discipline.
I love it. I think that's great.
Yeah, and it's been helping. I know it's only like it's February, so I gotta find, I gotta find a new task. But it's like one of those things that like I've been getting in the habit, and I've made my bed every single day this year.
That's amazing.
So now it's just like a habit. I just get up and
make your bed,
make my bed.
Yeah, I love that.
So now it's February already. So now I gotta find a new thing to do. But
put your laundry away every day.
That's a good one, because that is something I do not do.
I love you.
Mike is so about doing his laundry, putting it directly into the dryer, taking it out of the dryer, and folding it and putting it away all like super instantaneously. But like, I have 1,000,001 things that I have to do. And so, as long as it's clean, ish, that's all I care about.
Close enough. So I have a funny story to tell you about mom guilt. And it's like one of those, it's one of those moments where at first, there's no mom guilt around it. And then the more that you kind of analyze it and think about it and reflect on it, mom guilt starts to like manifest.
Oh, you can totally manifest mom guilt.
Oh, yeah. So I'm at work one day. Xavier's at home. I was actually feeling like pretty okay with the whole thing. And I get a text from Xavier, which is not uncommon. So I check the text, and it's a picture. And I was like, what is he sending me a picture of? This fool's supposed to be doing his damn homework. So I look at the picture, and it's a picture of a wine bottle with like a sports cap from like a water bottle, like a Smart Water or something like that. There's like the little like pull toppy ones.
Yeah.
Screwed on to the wine bottle.
Oh.
And it says something about like, whoever did this is my next vote for president or something like that. And Xavier sends this to me.
No, is the meme like an actual picture or is it like a doodle?
No, it's an actual picture.
Oh, nice.
And now the following text is, I'll let you kill one of my water bottles.
Oh.
So at first I was like, that's funny. My kid gets me. And then I was like, oh,
he gets me.
Wait a minute. Maybe is this a cry for attention? Is this a intervention? Is this my kid's funny and he's like poking fun at the fact that I like to drink wine? Is this like a concern? Like it just like manifested in like 0.4 milliseconds.
Oh,
like it went full circle from like my kid is funny as shit to like, oh my God, I got to get my shit together.
Well, just for your own awareness, if there ever is going to be an intervention, you'll know. Because I am not passing up a chance to be on A&E. So you'll know.
Well, luckily, I feel like in comparison...
And bitch, you'll be going to Malibu's?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna party... Wait, hold on. That's not how that works.
Be relaxing with Brittany.
Shoot. Man. Maybe I'll just get a really bad habit just to get a vacation.
I've considered it.
Because I could get skinny and go on vacation. Sign me up.
So I was sitting with a client who was hysterical. And they, purchased insurance for me. So I was there for a little bit longer than just the initial, assessment. And he was so funny because he got so much face amount that we had to ask some additional questions.
Okay.
And some of the questions were lifestyle related questions like, are you currently fleeing the police for felony charges? Or do you race cars legally or illegally? Or do you abuse any alcohol or prescription drugs? Have you been to rehab or considered it in the past 12 months? And it's like, he's like, well, I haven't been, but, I've really considered it because I've seen the commercials on TV.
It looks super relaxing and very sunny.
It looks, very sunny. Everybody is so happy.
Yeah.
Good food, the beach, yoga. They get to ride horses.
Where do I sign up for this shit?
I think you sign up for it downtown under a bridge.
Ah, yes. Yes. Right.
Right near the graffiti artists.
Uh-huh.
But not quite down where the people who have no teeth.
Got it.
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere right in the middle. Somewhere between, overdoing the plastic surgery and getting hooked on pain pills and shooting up with the guy with no teeth.
Yeah.
Got it.
Somewhere in between there. That's where you sign up to ride horses on the beach.
Alrighty then. I can't wait. Talk about some mom guilt. Woo!
Oh, God. I don't
know if I could. Wow. Alrighty then.
But.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know how we managed to have such a good time talking about mom guilt.
Mom guilt, which is like the worst thing ever.
I hope.
Yet we still laughed our way through this episode.
Yeah,
As
always.
Always.
I hope you guys also, our lovely, lovely listeners.
I hope so too.
Were able to relate and enjoy and find some entertainment in this episode as well.
And some levity, right? And some
a little bit of normalcy,
Yeah.
togetherness.
And like, this shit's okay. I'm okay. It's going to be okay.
Today.
Tomorrow?
Who knows?
We'll see. But regardless, we're going to get through it. As we do, always. With our wine.
Yes.
And whining.
And whining, yes.
Yes.
Because we are those mommies
Yes, we do.
who whine.
Always. Hey, girl, this was good. Thank you.
Good.
This was good. I'm glad, as much as we put off this episode, I'm so glad we did it.
Me too.
I'm so glad we did it. And I hope that our listeners are glad that we did it too. So
reach out to us on Instagram at Mommy Wines Podcast. Or you can send us an email with questions or stories. And I think we should start reading those on air.
I think we should too.
Get an inflow of
absolutely
listeners.
Hit us up. mommywinespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
On Instagram at Mommy Wines Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So share, guys. Share, comment. Let us know. Because we know we're not alone.
We are not. And we are, many of you have asked, and I'm sure many of you already know, but we are on iTunes.
We are.
So go give us bunches and bunches and bunches of stars and tell us what you think of the show.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it or read it. You just read them. Or you could read them to me and then I could hear them.
Yes.
So let's do that.
I do that often.
Yes, let's
with funky Facebook messages and all the things.
Yes,
so,
I love it.
Thank you, everybody, for listening this week.
As always, thank you so much.
And we will see you next Wine Wednesday.
Sounds good. See ya.
Bye.